Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone. This is Madhusudan Vishnudas. I welcome you all to this course, ISKCON Disciple Course, being organized by Simple Vedas, an online education platform of ISKCON Mirror Road. You'll be the fifth batch for this course. So far, more than 200 devotees have done this course with us, and many of them are now initiated in ISKCON. So we congratulate you, and we hope that by the end of this course, you'll have learned many things. You'll have many of your doubts cleared. And if you are not yet into a relationship of disciple with a guru, you will soon enter into that relationship. And if you're already into such kind of relationship, then that relationship will get more rejuvenated, more strengthened by this course. What we'd like to do is that since we don't have so many participants and it's practically possible to get an introduction of each one of you, so we'll begin. First of all, we'll begin with the prayers, and after the prayers are done, we would like you all to introduce yourself. I know some of you, but then I don't know some of you also, and there are others who also may not know you. So we'll have an introduction. We'll begin with the prayers. You can all join with us. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadavaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitangscha Namam Vishnupanaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurdvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishamanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarurvyasya Kripasindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So thank you to all for joining. Some of you joined late, so welcome to you in this course. I hope you have received, all of you have received the study material, the course schedule, right? And the other few PDFs. If you did not, then in the WhatsApp group, there is a contact number shared of Mitesh Prabhu. You can always contact him to know anything else about the course. Let's start with the introduction. You have to tell us just few things about yourself. Yes, your name, where are you from, and since when, which year you are associated with this International Society for Krishna Consciousness, right? And if you have to offer a fruit to Lord Krishna, which fruit would you like to offer to Lord Krishna? Which fruit? For example, banana. So you can tell whichever fruit you would like to offer to Krishna, right? These are the four things that you have to answer. Name, your place, since when you're associated with ISKCON, and which fruit would you like to offer to Krishna. We'll start in the same order as the name appears in the list here. Let's start with Chandana Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Chandana Sahu, and I am from Delhi. I am associated with ISKCON since the year 2015. And
Okay.
One fruit that I would offer is pomegranate.
Okay, pomegranate. Very nice. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Welcome to the course. Next, we have Shushant Prabhu, Dr. Shushant. I request all of the participants to kindly put their videos on. It's nice if you are a little more actively participating. It's very discouraging for the other participants also if they find everyone is just off on the video. And also it discourages me. Then I would avoid keeping the course interactive. Then I'll just make it, one-sided, keep on giving you lots of information. So please, if you keep your video on, it'll be much more encouraging. Yes, Sushant Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, we can't hear you. You have to unmute yourself. We can't hear you, Prabhuji. You have to unmute yourself.
Is it me, Prabhuji?
No, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I'm Dr. Sushant. I am from Cuttack, Odisha, and I am in touch with ISKCON since last 2.5 years.
Okay.
And I would like to offer an apple.
You like to offer an apple?
Apple, yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Prabhu. Next, we have Gadadhar Gaur Prabhu. Are you there? Gadadhar Prabhu. Not available. Guru Mayum Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
So-
Prabhuji.
Okay, we can have, yes, Guru Mayum Prabhu, you can go first, then Gadadhar Gaur. Yes.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Mataji. My name is Kennedy. I'm from Manipur. Right now, I'm in Taiwan, and I just completed my PhD last month. And I'm association with ISKCON just last few months, maybe like around 4 months, I think so. And I would like to offer bimba fruit to Krishna because he's near him, almost there. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Okay, nice to have you. 4 months. So maybe you are the youngest here. Then we have Gadadhar Gaur Prabhu. Please unmute yourself, Prabhu. You have to unmute yourself.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam. I am attached to Nasik ISKCON Temple, Prabhu. Nasik, Maharashtra. I'm audible, Prabhu.
Yes.
I took my first initiation in 2000, but I am looking forward to go for my Brahminical initiation in the coming days with your mercy. And I am. What else I have to say, Prabhu? I would like to offer grapefruit to Lord.
All right, thank you. Hare Krishna. Welcome you, Prabhu. All right, we have next Hema Mataji.
Hi Krishna Prabhu and Matajis. My name is Hema and I'm from Malaysia. I've been associated with ISKCON 11 years back, which is from 2011. And if I were to offer fruit to Krishna, I would offer mango fruit.
Mango fruit. Very nice. Thank you. All right. Then we have Jyoti Mataji. Are you there, Mataji?
Haribol.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Dandat Pranam, all Prabhujis and Mataji. My name is Dr. Jyoti Sawan and I am from Bhosri, Pune. And I am associated with ISKCON since 2000 when I was in second year BMS. And I want to offer Lord mango fruit.
Mango fruit. Okay, thank you. All right, good. So mango wins so far. Next we have Nagendra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. My name is Nagendra and I connected in Kanaya Desh, Kuwait since 2019. I'm present in vacation in India. I would like to offer for Krishna in seasonal fruit Prabhuji, but most of I will offer apple Prabhuji.
Okay, apple and mango fight now. All right, next we have Paramgati Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, everyone. Dandavat Pranams. My name is Paramgati Das. I have been associating with ISKCON since 2008, and I'm from Mumbai. And I would like to offer guava, Lord
Guava.
Krishna.
Thank you. All right. Then Parul Mataji. Yes, Mataji, you have to be present. This is nicest way of knowing, who is actually
Hare
present.
Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
So my name
Yes.
is Parul Mehta. I'm based in Cambridge, UK, and I've been associated with ISKCON since 2013. I would like to offer apple to Krishna.
Okay. Apple is winning the game. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Prabhat Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Madhusudan Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat.
Dandavat Pranam to all the devotees present here. Very happy to see all the good faces. So my name is Prabhat Shukla. I'm been working as an IT engineer since last 5 years. Currently present at Mira Road. Since my childhood, I'm been associated with ISKCON Mira Road. We speaking about the years, so almost 10 plus years. And yeah, I would like to offer guava again, but the
Guava.
pinkish one.
Okay, pinkish. All right. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay.
Thank you.
Kansha Mataji. Okay, we have Kansha Mataji.
Hare Krishna. My name is Contia. I'm from Hong Kong, and I joined ISKCON more than 1 year. Before, I'm also joining Babuji's class, Kitter's diploma.
Yeah.
And then after that, padasraya, but I'm withdrawal because quite busy. I will rejoin again. And then regarding over the food, most likely different types of fruits I will offer to Krishna. But this morning I offer the pitaya. Pitaya, that means dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit. Okay, fine. Thank you, Mataji. All right. Rashmi Mataji. Just a few more to go. Rashmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna everyone. Myself Rashmi Deshmukh. I'm associated with ISKCON since 2012. Taken Guru Ashraya from Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. And since my husband is having jobs which is like not at one place, we've been Oman, then Dubai, so many places we are traveling. So I'm not able to, get good association, devotee association. So that's why it's taken a long time for me to be, in a proper association with devotees and to take initiation. And that's why I'm over here, Prabhuji. And Saroj Mataji introduced me to yourself. So I'm thankful to her. And I would like to offer a guava to Lord Krishna, which is like pinkish inside, which is like sour and sweet with salt on it. So I think he like so much.
Yes. Thank you.
you.
Okay, so guava 3, apple 3. Next we have. Yes, you have to change your name, otherwise I'll be always calling you Samsung Prabhu. So Prabhu, what's your name? I can change it for you. Prabhuji, you have joined with the name Samsung. Yes. What's your name?
I am Ramesh Pandita from Jammu, J&K, Jammu.
Ramesh. I'll change your name. Yes. Okay.
I am associated with Jammu ISKCON since August of this year. Since I belong to Kashmir, I would like to offer Lord Krishna Kashmiri apple, especially golden apple and American apple.
Okay, thank you. So fine. Welcome to the course from Kashmir. Fine, Prabhuji. Apple wins again, apple 4. Then we have Shraddha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All good to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji, my name is Shraddha Rao and I have joined ISKCON from past 2 years. I'm from Mira Road, Mumbai. And the fruit I would like to offer is apple or custard apple.
Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And we have last or two more. Uday Prabhu, are you there? Uday Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Can you able to hear, Prabhu?
Yes, yes.
Here is a network issue, so that's why I didn't switch on the video.
No problem.
So my name is Uday Kiran. So I joined the 2017 ISKCON. I introduced. I would like to offer to Krishna mango. I will like offer mango.
All right, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Arati Mataji.
Thank you.
Arati Mataji, are you there? Arati Dubey. Okay, so thank you so much for your introduction and Apple wins. Interestingly, when I did this course in June, Mango won the game. This time Apple won the game. So this means Krishna is a person. Krishna has likes change of taste. He was liking mango at that time, and now he likes apple. Maybe because he likes seasonal fruits. Mango come in summer and apple come in winter. Fine. So the reason I asked you this question is because if you have to offer a fruit like that, and if I tell you you have to grow a tree of that fruit and then offer the fruit to Krishna, growing the tree is not an easy task. First, you need to get a seed, then you need to find a good soil, then you need to put the seed, and then put water every day, protect it from getting damaged. And one day it will become a tree, and then it will give a fruit. You pluck that fruit and you offer it to the Lord. It's a time-taking process. It needs commitment. Yes, it needs dedication. It needs care. And then that seed will turn into a fruit. Similarly, the scriptures say every relationship begins in the form of a seed. Same with the relationship between guru and disciple. It's like a seed, But just the seed will not do. We want to relish the sweet taste of that relationship, which is only possible if you taste the fruit, right? Isn't it? The seed is not going to be tasty. The fruit is going to be tasty. So for that seed to become the fruit, we have to do the hard work of cultivating that whole seed and converting into a crop or a plant and a tree, and then making a fruit out of it. Likewise, the relationship a disciple has with guru, he has to work in that relationship a lot so that this relationship can become very sweet, very tasty, delicious. For whom? Who will enjoy our relationship with our guru? Krishna will enjoy, because after all, guru is also Krishna's, disciple is also Krishna's, isn't it? And the relationship that holds guru and disciple together, that is also through the inspiration of Krishna. In scriptures, it is said that a disciple meets a guru by Krishna's mercy and arrangement, and a guru meets a disciple by Krishna's mercy and arrangement, isn't it? So this whole course, the purpose is very easy. By the end of this course, you should know certain things which will help you in your life to become a very good disciple. Right? So this course, I'll give you a brief overview of how we are going to do it. You must have received a handbook. We are going to study that handbook. Of course, we are not going to cover every single page of it. That's beyond the scope of this course. And this course is of only basic level. The topic of relationship between guru and disciple is very broad. And sometimes it takes years and years to understand it. So here we are trying to only know the basics so that you can have a good start and in which direction you have to go ahead. We'll not get into very technical topics that might be associated with this particular topic of guru-disciple relationship. Fine, right? So we are going to deal with in a basic level, and there are sections which you can study on your own, and if you have doubts, you can ask. Like, to give an example, in the handbook, there is an appendix. There are a lot of subtopics covered there in the appendix section, so that you study on your own. And if you have a doubt, then you can always ask. You can ask in the WhatsApp, or you can ask in the class, or you can even personally text me and ask me. So I'll show you the handbook to get a better understanding of what I'm speaking. It will take few minutes for me to explain the handbook to you. I hope you have already seen it once. You received the PDF. So here in the handbook, if you look at the table of contents, you can see there's appendixes. You can study this on your own, maybe during the course if you find time, or after the course. We will be covering these lessons, lesson 1 to lesson 14, and this we'll try to do in 5 to 6 classes. You know the schedule, and after that you'll have exam. So let me also explain to you the exam pattern. It's very simple, no need to panic. You will pass. Only if you don't study at all, then I don't know, then Krishna has to help you to pass, but otherwise you will easily pass. So here you go to your handbook section to page number 8. For your convenience, we have made a separate PDF of this and also sent to you in the WhatsApp group, right? So this is a question bank, page number 8 and 9. It has questions from which we'll choose some questions and give to you the final closed book exam, which will happen on the date mentioned in the schedule. That exam will be 20 marks. It will be a written exam. You will be asked to join a Zoom meeting. We will share the question paper in the Zoom meeting, and then you have to write down on paper, or you can even type it in Word document, and then finally send us the PDF of that after the exam is over. Very simple. Don't worry, at that time we'll again give more guidelines of how the exam is going to be conducted. And then for the remaining 80 marks, you have to solve online MCQ quizzes, which will be sent to you. After completing 2 days, you'll get quiz number 1. Then after completing day 3 and day 4, you'll get quiz number 2. Then day 5 and day 6, you'll get quiz number 3. And on the date of your final exam, you'll get quiz number 4, and you'll have your exam. Right? That's how simple it is. So someone has a question, it seems. Yes, Hema Mataji, do you have a question? You raised your hand and you have to unmute yourself.
Sorry, it was by mistake. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. So I think this particular thing is clear, right? For MCQ exams, the links will be shared with you in the WhatsApp group. After first 2 days, quiz number 1. After 4th day, quiz number 2. After 6th day, quiz number 3. And on the final exam day, quiz number 4. That you have to do online. Just submit it online. We will evaluate it. Don't panic in the quizzes. Let me just tell you, because we have quizzes in both language, English and Hindi, it will show you a total and you have to take half of that total. Means the paper is of 20 marks, but it will show you 40. So the score which you get, you have to take it out of 20, not out of 40. Sometimes you may panic that all of my questions are correct and why did I get half mark, right? So don't worry about that. And finally, you'll have a written exam. So that's how this booklet is designed. Fine. Any questions so far regarding the exam and the handbook? You can ask before I jump into the course.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Will there be a time limit for the quiz for each question or for all questions?
For the quiz, you don't have any time limit. For the quiz, it's an online MCQ quiz. You can take half an hour to solve it, 4 hours to solve it. That's okay. We leave it on you. And for the final exam, you'll have 1 hour to write, which is okay. 20 marks, 1 hour is a lot.
So, Prabhuji, so the written exam which would be there, so that would be like offline or online? How it would be?
Online, everything online.
Okay.
Everything online. Because, if you are interested in doing offline, and you are in Mira Road, then yes, you can come to our office and do it offline. But then I won't recommend that to those who are staying in Hong Kong and Taiwan. They can't fly to Mira Road and do it offline. They have to do it online only, right? So others, those who are in Mira Road, yes, you want to sit with me and write the exam, you can, but I won't tell you any answers. Parangati Prabhu?
So 20 marks is from the questions you should have.
Yes.
Those are subjects. So how many questions?
Your voice is so faint.
Is it
better?
Is it better now?
Yes, better.
Okay. So I was saying for the 20 marks, how many questions would be there?
5 or 6 questions.
Okay, so those are subjective questions, right?
Those are subjective questions. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Yes, thank you. Gadadhar Gaur Prabhu. Prabhuji, you have to unmute yourself, please. Yes.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu. The end of the second day, you said the exam will be there. In the after over classes over, the end of the hours, the quiz will be there.
Yes, after the day is over, second day we'll send a quiz, online quiz that you can solve at your time, right? But then you have to do all the quizzes, complete them, all of them before the final exam day. So you have plenty of time to do it. Fine. Okay. Yes. All clear.
Just one question more, Prabhuji. Sorry
Yes.
for that. This whole schedule which you're talking about is mentioned exactly where?
Okay. I think in the group, the devotee Mitesh Prabhu shared the schedule on which day are the classes, right? And which day is the exam. Did you not get the schedule? You got it.
I got the schedule for the course, but not for the exams. It seems.
Okay, no problem. I'll check. If it's not there, we'll update you on that also. Exam will be mostly next weekend, maybe in the next Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, because the course schedule is there, but exam schedule is
next Sunday. We'll do the exam. That's a lot of time. You won't need so much time to study.
Fair. Thanks for that.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so here in this course, we have some norms to be followed by all of you. As already mentioned, it will be very much appreciated if you keep your videos on. Yeah, I understand sometimes it's not practically possible, but most of the time if it's on, and let's say even if it's not on, do participate in the discussion. We'll put you in breakout rooms sometimes, and then you can discuss. That makes it a better learning experience. So we'll be present for the entire course. Yes, we will raise hands to ask questions or contribute. We will value student contributions, whether we agree or not with them. We'll refrain from side conversations. We'll refrain from making and receiving mobile phone calls during the class or checking your social media messages. Now we'll observe confidentiality within and without the classroom, which means there are many things which may discuss here. And sometimes it's not really good to talk about them in the public because not everyone will understand. So you keep it within the room. Okay, Prabhat Prabhu, you need to upgrade your Zoom, then you'll get a raise hand option. We'll refrain from borrowing strength from status or position, which means like you may be some ISKCON official, or you may be initiated for long. So not borrowing any strength from that. We respect the right of the individual to withdraw without stating reasons from any exercise which makes them uncomfortable. Will accept full responsibility for success in achieving our desired outcomes, and will confront issues of behavior, not people. Will honor each other. Will each honor any agreement reached. Right. The aim of the course is what? Very important. The course has been designed to improve the quality of discipleship within ISKCON in order to promote the long-term well-being of Srila Prabhupada's society and its members. This is the aim of the course. I have a question for you. You can note it down somewhere. And by the time we finish this course, you should get an answer to this question, a good answer to this question. Okay, the question is very simple. This course teaches us how to be a good disciple. This course teaches us who is qualified to be a guru. So why was this course not named as Guru Disciple Course? Why was this course named as ISKCON Disciple Course? This is the question. You may know the answer to it, or you may try to answer it now as well. But I want you to always ask this question while you study this course. And by the end of the course, then you give an answer to this question. Why did those people who designed this course and anyone who approved this course decided to keep the name ISKCON Disciple Course, not Guru Disciple Course? After all, you take initiation from Guru, but then the name of the course is ISKCON Disciple Course. So think about it. No need to start thinking right away. We have a lot of time to think. Fine. So that's like a big homework. Starting with a very simple exercise now. If we ask you, in what ways can devotees in ISKCON, because you are associated with ISKCON, so you have definitely seen a lot of devotees in ISKCON. So in what ways devotees in ISKCON improve as disciples of their gurus? What are the ways? You can raise your hand and we'll take your contribution. How to improve? In what ways devotees can improve as disciples in ISKCON? Anyone for that? Yes, Wantia Mataji.
I think need to follow the instructions from the spiritual master.
Very good. Okay, so to improve as a disciple means follow the instructions. Thank you. Chandana Mataji.
By following the 4 regulative principles and rules of ISKCON.
Following the 4 regulative principles. Good. Thank you. Yes, and Rashmi Mataji.
By sincere chanting Harinam.
All right, thank you. Chanting, good chanting, sincere chanting. Yes. Hema Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, probably by not committing any offense, Prabhu.
Staying free from offenses or trying to stay free from offenses. All right. Anything else? I mean, that's good. Something else also? Uday Prabhu, from a different angle. Yes, Uday Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. So connected to Guru Parampara, Prabhu.
Stay connected to Guru Parampara. All right.
Yes.
All right. Yes. Yes, Gadadhar Gaur Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu, one has to be avoid the prajalpas while practicing Krishna Bhakti. That's what I think.
Okay, thank you. Not wasting time, gossip, idle talks. All right. Anything? Please try to hear the question properly. How can devotees improve as disciples in ISKCON? So what you are presenting is correct, but then there are also other angles of looking at it. Jyoti Mataji, you were trying to say something.
Shravanam.
Okay, by Shravana, hearing. Yes. Prabhat Prabhu.
We can try to be gentlemen, because the whole outside world is looking to us, and how we behave in the similar way they would think how our guru are, right, what they are teaching to us. So being gentlemen and also practicing whatever the guru has said.
All right, thank you. So having a good code of conduct, nice behavior, good character, then that's how we become good disciples. Parul Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So to accept, to take instructions from the spiritual master and set up an example.
Very good. Take instructions, follow them, set an example. Chandana Mataji.
By being aware of Dasnam Aprad.
All right, offenses, yes. Rashmi Mataji.
Prabhuji, helping by book distribution.
All right, helping the mission of the spiritual master. Okay, so these are, yes, these are ways one can be good disciple. So now please do one exercise for yourself in your handbook, page number 7. If you can write on it, if you have taken a printout, then you write. Otherwise, you can have a separate notebook and you can write there for yourself how you can improve as a disciple, or how you want to improve as a disciple. You must be knowing your shortcomings. You must be knowing what you don't do and what you are supposed to do. So how can you, at this stage of your life, improve as a disciple? It can be like, chant my 16 rounds really nicely, or it can be like not criticize Vaishnavas, or it can be like read the books of Srila Prabhupada every day, anything. How, for you, how to improve as a disciple? You have to just write for yourself. No need to say. Just do it for yourself. How would you like to improve as a disciple? Yes, Ramesh, you want to say? Ramesh Babuji? Probably you have to learn to unmute yourself.
But doing service to Lord Krishna in the temple regularly and attending Mangala Aarti daily.
All right, very good. So that's for improvement as a disciple. Now I'm asking you to write for yourself. How can you improve as a disciple? You might be already doing many things, but then there is a scope of improvement always. So at this stage of your life in Krishna consciousness, how can you improve? Give yourself realizable goals, like you can give a goal like, okay, I'll improve as a disciple by becoming a pure devotee of Krishna. Very good. But then that's not overnight achieved. So you can also give practical steps or practical goals, practical ways how to improve as a disciple. Trying to basically trying to find out your weaknesses at present, what you are not doing, and then, yes, I would like to do that. All right. Like, to give you an example, there are many points which you did not mention, but could have been mentioned of how to become a good disciple or a better disciple in ISKCON. To have respect for other Vaishnavas in the society, to also have respect for other devotees or disciples of other gurus, that is also a way of becoming a better disciple, to work in the spirit of cooperation within the movement, right? Isn't it? Right? And you did mention to stay committed to one's vows. Some of you also mentioned to improve the sadhana, right? And so these are some points. Now we go to our lesson 1, which is, actually we did lesson 1, now we go to lesson 2, which is Guru Tattva. Before that, let's read this beautiful quote from Srimad Bhagavatam, purport. One of you can volunteer to read. Are you able to see the presentation screen? Yes, Parul Mataji.
We have only to execute the order of the spiritual master, preach Krishna consciousness, and follow in the path of Vaishnavas. The spiritual master represents both Lord Krishna and the Vaishnavas. Therefore, by following the instruction of the spiritual master and by chanting Hare Krishna, everything will be all right. Purport Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, 23rd chapter, 7th verse.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so we go to lesson number 2. In this lesson, we'll be talking about 4 topics: Guru Tattva, types of gurus, Guru Parampara, and refuting the Ritvik theory. Just give me a second. Let me change the PPT slide. Guru Tattva. Someone would like to read this? Some quotes on Guru Tattva. Rashmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. The Guru is offered first respectful prayers, Vande Guru and Gurun. Bahuvachana, plural number. That many Gurus, but they are not many. They are one. Guru Tattva. Lecture Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 1.1 Mayapur March 25, 1975.
Okay. So Srila Prabhupada is here telling from the famous Mangalacharan shloka, Vandeham Shri Gurun. So he's saying the Guru is offered respectful prayers, Vande, respectful prayers. And then he points out, but it is not one Guru, it is Bahuvachan, means plural number, which means many Gurus, right? Many Gurus. We'll learn that actually one has many Gurus. We'll learn about different types of Gurus. And then he says something more, which is very interesting. He says, they are not many, they are one. Guru Tattva. So is he talking about that all are same, all are one, just like the Mayavad philosophy, everyone is one, and then all are God. So in that way, everything is same. No, he's not talking like that. He's not saying that all the gurus are God, and that's why since there's only one God, there's only one guru. He is talking about principle here, tattva. In principle, the gurus are all one. They are all united in purpose. However, they may manifest in multiple personalities. One principle manifesting as in multiple personalities. So that principle is, the purpose of that principle is very simple. The purpose is to bring the conditioned souls back home, back to Godhead, right? That is the purpose, right? And then to help the conditioned soul go back home, back to Godhead, that tattva, that energy of Krishna, that compassionate energy of Krishna may manifest in many forms, many forms. And those personalities in whom this energy manifests, we call those personality as Guru. Guru means one who is heavy with knowledge of transcendence. That's called Guru. One who helps us go beyond the material ocean. So Prabhupada is basically saying, so many people functioning for the one goal. And because they are functioning for that same one goal, they are to be considered one. One in purpose, right? One in purpose. They are one in purpose. And that's why that is called one Guru Tattva. Okay, one Guru Tattva. Fine. So here we have another thing for you to answer. Who is a Guru and what is the position of a Guru? From your understanding, what do you understand by Guru? Someone last time when I asked this question, that person said, someone who will draw the best out in you, that is Guru. So I asked that lady, which means if you want to become a cricketer, the Guru will make you the best cricketer? She said, yes. So is that the definition of Guru or something else? Uday Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, bro. So who is that parampara? Who is following that parampara? He is a guru. That is that.
Okay, so who is in parampara? You are saying yes.
Yes.
So only being in parampara is sufficient, Prabhat Prabhuji?
Someone who is personally connected and who is a good friend, philosopher, and a guide.
Someone who is personally connected to you, right?
And should be a friend, philosopher, and a guide.
Okay, philosopher, friend, guide, fine. All right, yes. Parul Mataji.
So someone who is bona fide, coming from disciplic succession and the authority, and himself sets up as an example. So he leads. So what he's talking, he actually follows as well.
Very good. So, yes, teaches what he does what he teaches, right? Walks the talk and talks the walk. Doesn't just talk the talk and walk the walk, right? So that's a guru, acharya. Ashwi Mataji. Ashwi Mataji, we cannot hear you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. He's via medium Krishna, he's representing Krishna.
Very good. Thank you. He's a via medium. He's a representative of Krishna. He's representing Krishna. He's becoming a medium between the disciple and Krishna, bringing Krishna's message to the disciple, or Krishna's mercy to the disciple, right? Krishna's instructions to the disciple. Guru Mahendra. I'm sorry, your name is Kennedy, but I always call you.
Yeah, Guru Mayam is my family name, Prabhuji. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
All right, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. According to my knowledge, a guru is someone who can give us a spiritual eyes and who can take us and can show Krishna to us.
Very good, thank you. Who can give us the eyes of knowledge, you mean to say, right? Shastra Chakshu or Jnana Chakshu. Quantya Mataji.
Bona fide messenger of God.
All right, bona fide message.
And then deliver God's message, no alteration, no changes.
No changes, no alteration. All right, good, good, very nice. Thank you. Thank you for participating. Now, in your handbook, page number 10, you can see there's a big empty box. Briefly explain in your own words the position of Guru. Means what does Guru do for you? That's called what's the position of Guru? What does the Guru do? So you can fill in there. Take your time to write there. Why I find these exercises very helpful, because when you write, you have to think a lot. And second thing, when you write, whatever you write also goes inside more, So write in your own words the position of a guru. Position of a guru means what does the guru do? What are his characteristics? But basically, what does he do? Yes, Pravanto.
Prabhuji, just want to understand the question well. Like here it is saying position of Guru. That means how we should look at Guru, like on what position he should be, or what exactly the question is.
Where for you, what does he do? What role does he play? That's how you'll see his position, no?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Rashmi Mataji.
Prabhuji, I would understand this way. Guru is the ultimate guiding star who connects the disciple to the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
All right, correct, fine. Is a transparent medium, the point of connection. Yes. You can write many points, you can write one point. Parul Mataji.
So as discussed, Guru is the medium between us and Krishna. So he's representing Krishna in material world. And also Guru takes away all our obstacles in the spiritual journey and shows us the right path. So how we can our progress.
Thank you. Yes, Guru takes away or shows us the way and helps us overcome the obstacles. Yes, the Guru does that. Because the Guru is more experienced. He has walked the path which we are trying to walk. So knows the path better than us and can help us, can tell us, okay, take a right turn, take a left turn. Oh, there is going to be a pothole there, be careful, right? There is going to be a thorny bush there, so be careful. Or if you get stuck, then how to come out of the problem. Yes. So now we'll read some more. Yes, Rashmi Mataji.
Prabhuji, we can say he's a mercy of ocean, and because of him only we can get to Krishna, the Krishna's.
Yes, he's the
So
mercy
he's-
portion. Samsara davana lita loka tranaya karunya ghana ghanatvam. As Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says in the prayer, that the material world is a blazing forest fire, and the spiritual master is the cloud which downpours the mercy, which gives us cooling sensation and relief from the burning heat. So we'll read now some quotes regarding Guru Tattva. On the page number 11 of the handbook, there are many quotes given. I'm not taking all of them. I'm just taking few. You can read through later, So, Guru Krishna Rupa Hona Shastrera Pramane Guru Rupe Krishna Kripa Korena Bhakta Gane. According to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is non-different from Krishna. Lord Krishna, in the form of the spiritual master, delivers his devotees. Non-different from Krishna. Doesn't mean then Krishna Guru has actually become Bhagavan. No. Non-different from Krishna. Again, we are trying to understand the tattva. So how the Guru is non-different? It's written in the next line. Lord Krishna, in the form of the spiritual master, delivers his devotees. So it's Krishna acting through the spiritual master and delivering the devotee. That's why the Guru is non-different from Krishna, right? That's how a devotee then or disciple respects the Guru. Next, someone can read this, please. Anyone? Yes. Yes, Parul Mataji.
Sharyam Mam Vijnania.
Not that one, Mataji, the one which I'm showing on the slide.
The relationship of a disciple with his spiritual master is as good as his relationship with the Supreme Lord. A spiritual master always represents himself as the humblest servitor of the personality of Godhead, but the disciple must look upon him as the manifested representation of Godhead. Sri Chaitanya Amrita Adi Lila 1.4 purport.
Thank you. So the spiritual master will never show himself as Bhagavan, that I am God, No. The spiritual master will always present himself as the servant of God, most humble servant of God. But the disciple has to look at the spiritual master as if the spiritual master is worshipable as Bhagavan. Now, these are very subtle points, and it actually has lessons for us. Sometimes, like to give you an example, if there is a boss of a company, then the boss behaves like a boss, isn't it? The boss will be will always have, command over others and will have an authority, and everyone would mostly fear the boss, or the boss will always carry that aura that I am the boss, that ego. And maybe the boss may sound like that, the boss may behave like that. So even for the disciples or the employees, it's very easy to connect. Okay, the boss is like this and this person is the boss. However, sometimes what happens in a Vaishnava society, the guru, one who is acting as the guru, definitely one who is acting the guru is also very heavy and commands respect. But sometimes because that person is also very humble, personally very humble in his service or her service towards the Supreme Lord, then that person may act in ways which may apparently not be, like commanding respect from people or being bossy. No, they may be very humble. Sometimes they may become more humbler than the disciple also. Sometimes it's possible. And disciple should not then start thinking in a way, now I have come very close to that level of my spiritual master. Now I've become a very, good friend of my spiritual master. I can behave like that. No, the disciple has to know the boundary, the limit, that I have to respect him as my worshipable Lord, like that, So the guru will always see himself as a servant, and the disciple will see the guru as God. That's how the disciple will see. Next, not an ordinary human. Yes, someone else can read. Rashmi Mataji wanted to read. Acha, Hema Mataji, yes, you can read.
Sakshat Daritvena Samashta Shastre. This is enjoined in every scripture. Acharya Mam Vijayaniyan. Srimad Bhagavatam 17:27. One should consider the Acharya to be as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In spite of all this instruction, if one considers the spiritual master an ordinary human being, one is doomed. Srimad Bhagavatam, purport 7:15-26.
Yes, if one considers the spiritual master an ordinary human being, one is doomed. Why one will be doomed? If one considers the spiritual master as ordinary human being, what will happen? What will happen? What will be the consequence? Yes, Prabha.
The disciple, first thing he would be doing is he would be doing offense. Second thing, whatever instructions, the spiritual progress of any disciple is based upon the instructions which the spiritual master is giving, and by following it. So he would not follow the instructions seriously, and that would be the cause of the downfall.
Correct. Thank you so much. You hit the point. Well, yes, because when we start considering the Guru as ordinary human, then we are also ordinary human, and the Guru is also ordinary human. That means we are the same on the same platform. Now, why would I take someone who is equal to me very seriously? I'll not take that person seriously. I'll not take the words of that person very seriously. And if I don't take the words of that person seriously, I'll not be benefited. Simple. Moreover, I can commit some aparadha or some offense also, right? So that's why once it was asked to a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, this question, and then he answered, even if the person is, let's say, not more qualified than you, but if you want to get benefited by the instruction of that person, you have to still see that person as more qualified than you, because you will take the words of that person more seriously, right? So it's actually my attitude which will help me more in taking the instruction seriously, rather than actually, who that person is. Of course, when that person is pure, then definitely that person carries that energy which makes us feel humble and surrender ourselves, be subservient. But even if our false ego sometimes screams loudly that no, this person is not someone special, still, for our own good sake, we have to stay low and consider that person to not be ordinary human being. That way, that instruction is going to be very meaningful to us or valuable to us. We don't respect them whom generally we think are lower than us or sometimes even equal to us. We generally respect that person whom we consider far better than us, superior than us. So one has to always keep the Guru and at that level, at that platform, that I worship him. And then one can follow the instructions also with great seriousness. Next, yes, someone else can read, please. Yes. Lakshmi Mataji, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Does his business perfectly. A postman may deliver us $100, but we do not consider that the postman is giving us $100. The money is sent by a friend, and it is simply the postman's business to hand it over as it is, without taking anything or adding anything to it. His perfection is that he delivers the $100 as it is sent by one's friend. That is his perfection. The postman may be imperfect in so many ways, but when he does his business perfectly, he is perfect. Prabhupada's Vyas Puja's address, New Vrindavan, September 2, 1972. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So you can now understand Prabhupada's Vyas Puja is there, and he is speaking to his disciples in New Vrindavan, and he's telling them this, because he's being worshipped that day as a guru or as the representative of Vyasadeva. So he's saying, what is the job of a guru? So he's explaining using the example of a postman. A postman collects the post from the postal office, and then brings it to the home of the person to whom it belongs. That post parcel may carry anything. It may carry a box of sweets, it may carry some letters, it may carry a check of $10,000, anything. And the postman will not open the box, will not care to see what's inside, will not take it or add something to it. Just bring it and hand it over to the person. Similarly, he will collect the post from the home and bring it to the postal office to send it off to the destination. So the example shows us many things here. First of all, it shows that the postman is honest. So the guru has to be honest. Second thing, the postman acts as a medium between the postal office and the person. Similarly, the guru acts as a medium of communication or connection, you can say. Third thing is that the postman does his duty in a detached manner, because you see, I don't pay the postman, right? The postman is paid by the postal office. I don't pay to the postman. So similarly, the guru does his job as a guru because of the instructions received by the higher authority or Krishna. You know, the guru does not do this kind of job for some incentives which the disciples give. You know, because the guru gets some dakshina from the disciple, or the disciple, they always, you know, glorify and praise the guru. No, the guru does it because he is instructed to do so by the authority, the higher authority, right? And the guru is going to give you whatever is coming to you from Krishna. It can be sometimes some appreciation. It can also be sometimes some chastisement. Anything. He's just delivering it, you know, giving as it is. So that all is explained through this example. And finally, one more thing, a disciple sees Krishna acting through the spiritual master. A disciple never sees the guru disconnected from Krishna. Sometimes one may do this mistake that my guru is everything, and then, you know, I don't have any space for Krishna in my life. Some organizations are there where they only worship the guru and they don't worship God at all. And Prabhupada used to be very heavy against that. He said, no, we don't do that. We worship Krishna, and we also offer respects to Guru because the Guru is taking us to Krishna. So that is very important, not to become just sentimental and see the whole point, the whole picture, right? Fine. Next, someone else can read, please. You have to be quick. Yes, Prabhat.
Generally, the
Prabhat Prabhu.
Okay, liberated or not liberated. Generally, the spiritual master comes from the group of such eternal associates of the Lord. But anyone who follows the principle of such ever liberated persons is as good as one in the above mentioned group. A person who is a liberated acharya and guru cannot commit any mistake. But there are persons who are less qualified or not liberated, but still can act as guru and acharya by strictly following the disciplic succession.
Yes.
Letter to Janardana, New York, 26th April 1968.
Correct. So, you know, this is in response to a question which Janardhan Prabhu asked Srila Prabhupada, because Janardhan Prabhu had heard about it somewhere, or read it somewhere, that the spiritual master should be a liberated soul. Liberated soul means the spiritual master should be beyond three modes of material nature, a self-realized soul. Or in other words, someone who is an associate of the Supreme Lord, coming from Golok Vrindavan or spiritual abode. And then Prabhupada says, yes, that's how it should be, and that's how it has been. All the spiritual masters in our Vaishnava line have been liberated souls. But then he says, but then there may be some who are not liberated also. However, if they are strictly following the disciplic succession, they should be seen as liberated. Why they should be seen as liberated? Because Prabhupada used to give this simple example. If there is a mango, and that mango is a green mango, but if that mango is connected to the tree, after some time it will become a ripe mango. You know, so similarly, I used to say, if there is a devotee who is practicing pure devotional service, after some time will become a pure devotee. He is on the right path. He or she is on the right path. So even if the spiritual master is not liberated, but is on the right path, is sincere, then soon that will also happen, right? So he says that's also allowed. That's also okay. All right. Now I'll give you just a 2-3 minute break. Refresh yourself. Then we continue. Okay. Welcome back. So far, any questions from anyone? What we discussed till now? Only if so far what we discussed. If any questions, any doubts, you can ask before we go to the next topic. No? So let's move. The next topic is types of guru. So here basically, as per the subject here we are discussing, we are going to talk mostly about two types of gurus, Diksha Guru and Siksha Guru. One can have many Siksha Gurus, and generally one has only one Diksha Guru. That's the norm. One Diksha Guru, many Siksha Gurus. Apart from this, there are also many other types of gurus, and they can all be put in the category of Siksha Guru only. I mean, broadly speaking. So like, for example, there is Vartma Pradarshak Guru, one who shows the right path. Someone gave you a book on Krishna consciousness. Someone showed you the way to the temple. Someone invited you for a feast in the temple, right? Anything like that. One who shows the path to Krishna consciousness. That's called Vartma Pradarshak Guru. Then we have Sannyas Guru, one who gives one sannyas. Then there might be Dham Guru or Parikrama Guru. Tirtha Guru, also known as takes you for some holy dham yatra. Then for a wife, the husband is a guru, Pati Guru. Then for children, parents are guru, Mata Pita Guru. So there can be so many different gurus. But here we are going to talk about two, which are Diksha and Shiksha. These two we are going to focus upon. So as you can see in the table, in the slide, Diksha Guru has these roles to play, gives instruction, but that's what Siksha Guru also does. And Diksha Guru initiates and connects to the parampara officially. And the Siksha Guru also does, but unofficially or informally by education. Diksha Guru at the time of initiation gives a spiritual name, so and so das, so and so dasi, gives mantra, means second initiation, gives or accepts the disciples' vows and removes the disciples' sinful reactions at initiation. So these are the roles of a Diksha Guru. And Siksha Guru, as mentioned in the other column. Now, this topic is to be understood very well, very, very well. If we really want to be mature in our spiritual life, we have to understand this topic thoroughly. Sometimes because of misunderstandings or narrow understanding about this subject, devotees harm their own spiritual growth, because they are not able to see that Krishna is actually sending them help. They don't see the help coming because they don't understand this topic well. And their ignorance becomes their own enemy there, So that's why this topic has to be very nicely understood. What does Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami speak about these two personalities, Shiksha Gurus and Diksha Guru? It's mentioned here. Kwanchya Mataji, please read.
I just want to ask regarding
okay.
the Diksha Guru, how to remove the disciples' sinful reaction. This one.
Okay. How does the Guru remove the disciples' sinful reactions, you're asking?
Yeah.
Okay. So fine. Good question. So you see this the process of removing the sinful reactions of a disciple is a process which has two parts to it. One is, as the disciple engages in devotional activities, follows sadhana bhakti, then that process of bhakti purifies the sinful reactions. Okay, as explained in different places in Bhagavad Gita and other books of Srila Prabhupada. But also, when the disciple sits for initiation, officially accepts initiation, so at that time, the disciple is entering into the relationship with the spiritual master, an official guru-disciple bond or relationship. Now, it's the nature of law of karma that to whomever you are associated with in a relationship, you share karma with that person. Okay. There is an exchange of karma, give and take. It works in any relationship. It works between husband and wife, between friends, parent and children. So it also works between guru and disciple. Fine. So when the initiation is happening, because the guru is accepting the vows of the disciple, the guru is accountable to the greater system made by the Supreme Lord. And the guru is held accountable for the disciple. Because the guru is basically taking charge of that person. You see, this person is promising to me that he or she will follow the vows. So I also promise to help this person. And we do this in front of the Lord, that, I am vouching for this person. He or she is sincere. So I am going to help that person. Now, because the guru takes that responsibility, the disciple also becomes very, very submissive and humble and becomes a servant to the guru. Now, what price guru is paying for getting that honor and that respect? Guru also has to pay a price, guru, because otherwise, what will happen is that so many people will become big exploiters. They will just become gurus and start exploiting people, isn't it? So in order to keep a check that this system is not a cheap thing, here you have to pay a heavy price. If you want to become guru, then you have to pay the heavy price of also accepting karma. So watch out. It's not a fun thing. You have to be serious. You have to do something. You have to pay some price. So Krishna made the system. Now it's made by Krishna. Because Krishna has made the system, then it's very easy that some sins can be transferred from this account to that account. Because who is keeping record of all that account? Krishna is keeping record. He has his people keeping that record, right? So when that relationship is entered into, the guru takes some sinful reaction from the disciple, because he's going to accept seva from the disciple. He's going to receive honor and respect. So this is a kind of price. And because the guru is himself a bona fide devotee, by his devotional service, that sin will get evaporated. But if the guru is not bona fide, what will happen? The guru will collapse because of all that burden, right? So it's Krishna's system to make sure that people don't cheat and just become gurus. If they do so, they will have to then pay the price. So the guru takes sinful reactions, and how much sinful reaction he takes. So a beautiful example is given in this context. Let's say a person is trying to, a person has a heavy weight on his head, and that person is carrying that weight, right? Now, I don't know if you have seen porters, in India earlier, when people did not have these suitcases with wheels on it, they used to go to the railway station and have a porter, and that person would carry the suitcases on the head, So in order to lift the suitcases and put on the head, that person would need help. And then after that, if the suitcases are on the head, to bring them down also, he would need someone's help, isn't it? So guru is who? We carrying so much of burden on us because of our past karma. And because of that, sometimes it's very difficult for us to even practice the basics of Krishna consciousness. So what the guru does is lifts off that heavy karma, so that we can now start walking on the path of Krishna consciousness, and keeps that aside. Okay. And now it becomes a little help for me to practice Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, my karma is so bad that it may block me from practicing Krishna consciousness. Like really, not give you opportunities to follow the things that you want to follow. So guru does that basic help. And once that basic help is given to the disciple, now the disciple starts practicing nicely all the principles, and then the disciple is becoming more and more and more and more pure. And in that way, all the karma gets, sinful karma gets destroyed. So this initial help is given by guru. He borrows some karma comes to him. So in that way, the disciple is benefited. In that way, that the guru also get serious, that it's not joke, it's no fun thing to just accept disciple. It's a responsibility. I have to be serious about it. And in this way, the system is made by the Lord. All right, so now let's read further. Someone, yes, Prabhat Prabhu, read.
Prabhuji, really sorry, just
Question.
adding to that question. Yeah, at the same point, you said, just wanted to confirm the reference for the whatever you said about taking the guru takes the sinful reaction, right? So may I get some references if you have available right now?
Just right now, I don't know which exactly it's mentioned, but then you see, it's given in the handbook itself, you'll find. You read through the handbook, you'll find some places it's mentioned. Okay. And I can give you exact reference to before the next class, because Srila Prabhupada has mentioned it in some places. Like here, you can see it's written here, go to page number 18. Where is somewhere it is there.
No
All
worries,
right, so,
probably.
but I'll give you exact reference also.
Sure.
Fine.
Yeah.
So it is mentioned there. And another thing is, we also understand it as a general principle that you enter into any relationship, you share karma. Any relationship it is, you share karma. So even if it's a relationship with a friend, there will be some exchange of karma, because there is give and take. So karma will come, right?
Just like time of marriage, they say that once the knot is tied, so 50% of the wife's bad karma is transferred to husband.
Yes. Now, because you see, if you are together, then you also suffer and enjoy the other's karma, right? Like, to give an very simple example, you go with your friend to a restaurant to eat. And then you tell your friend, you order. Now the friend has ordered something. If that meal is not tasty, who will suffer? Only the friend?
Both.
Both, no? Right? Both will suffer. So it was the friend's decision, and the suffering came to both. Why? There was a share of karma. Similarly, any relationship it is, you will be affected by that. It's a common sense thing. It's a common sense thing. So it also is in the case of guru-disciple relationship. And moreover, because the guru is taking that role, that's why then it becomes a greater share. When you take a superior role or a dominating role, then because you are now responsible for the actions of the disciple, a greater share will go to you. It's like, let's say, I give you the responsibility to take care of some children. Now, if they do something wrong, whom will I chastise?
Right.
To you, because you were given the responsibility. So now let's say that the guru has taken the responsibility. These people, they will not do anything wrong now. I am their, I am their guardian. And if they do something wrong, then who will be punished? Not only them, but even the guru, because he is responsible. So that's how the karma gets transferred. I mean, that's how the karma is taken by the guru.
But probably, sorry, one again thing I wanted to ask. But in this context, even though my guru is already, a very higher authority, already connected to God very well. So, but because I am not practicing very well, so, but he's already liberated, right? So how will that affect my guru? Like, and will it cause his downfall because of me not practicing well?
No, it will not cause his downfall. If he is situated firmly, then by his bhakti shakti, he will purify that karma.
Okay.
It will not lead to his downfall. But then just think about it. If that guru is already liberated, then that guru is not a fool.
Right.
He will not just accept disciples like that.
No, but even after, like, Srila Prabhupada gave initiation to like almost 10,000 people, but at the end, very less devotees were left.
Correct. So now just think about it. let's say Sri Prabhupada gave an initiation to some devotees, and then those devotees stopped following the principles and started engaging in sinful activities. It's not that they just started doing wrong. Their wrongdoing would start in small proportions, and then it would become greater and greater and greater and greater deviation, isn't it? No, correct, right. Isn't it? So is that guru not, is that not being observed by the guru? The guru is observing that, isn't it? Right. So when the guru is seeing that now this person is crossing the boundary, don't think that the guru cannot cancel the bond.
Okay.
The guru can also cancel the bond. Why would the guru still continue to take responsibility? He won't. He will then drop the disciple.
Okay.
You know, because the bond was formed on a condition. Now, if anyone breaks the condition, the bond breaks.
Right.
It is as simple as that. You know.
Got it. Got it.
So, you know, it's not that, okay, a disciple is again and again doing so many sinful things and this all will also go to the guru. No, the guru has the right to anytime cancel the contract and is free.
Got it. Yes, thank you.
It's not that, you know, the guru is implicated forever now. No, because that there was a condition put there. You follow, then I take your sinful reactions, little bit in the beginning, right? If you don't follow, then you get it back. You're given it again, isn't it? Fine. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. All right. Okay, so let's read now. Someone please read. Those who are not at all reading, please read. You know.
It's not open properly, bro. I guess.
Not open.
No, it's open, but it's not full screen.
Okay. Yeah. This one, yes. Yes, please read.
The guru who first initiates one with the Mahamantra is to be known as the initiator. And the saints who give instructions for progressive advancement in Krishna consciousness are called instructing spiritual masters. The initiating and instructing spiritual masters are equal and identical manifestations of Krishna, although they have different dealings. Purport Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi 1.3.
So thank you, Mandi. The Diksha Guru and the Siksha Guru, in English, they are known as initiating spiritual master and instructing spiritual master. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says they are both identical manifestations of Krishna. Though they have different dealings, right? What different dealings? One acts as an official spiritual master and the other acts as an unofficial spiritual master, you know, but they have the same purpose, the same goal. It's just like, to give an example, you're studying in a school and for your section, a particular maths teacher has been appointed as the maths teacher. And that teacher also happens to be the class teacher. So you study maths lessons from that teacher. However, there is another teacher who comes to the class who is a history teacher. And you really get well with that history teacher. And this history teacher also happens to be a very good maths teacher, you know. So then you may go to this history teacher and say, you know, our maths teacher, he explained something to us. I did not understand. Can you please explain it to me? So now this history teacher becomes your unofficial mathematics teacher because he also knows the maths. However, both the teachers' goal is to help you understand mathematics, you know. So Diksha Guru plays the role officially and Siksha Guru sometimes plays the role unofficially as an instructor. However, the purpose is the same. The purpose is the same, not two purposes, right? Connection is established by Diksha Guru. Yes, someone else read. Rashi Mataji, unmute if you're reading.
Thank you. Connection is established. The connection with the spiritual master is called initiation. From the date of initiation by the spiritual master, The connection between Krishna and a person cultivating Krishna consciousness is established. Without initiation by a bona fide spiritual master, the actual connection with Krishna consciousness is never performed. Nectar of Devotion, Introduction. Sri Krishna.
So here, when we say initiation, sometimes people may take this as the initiation ceremony, the yagya, the homa which happens. But actually, initiation means from the day you started taking the instructions seriously. That's called initiation. So it can be, even day one of Krishna consciousness, not the day when I sit for the fire sacrifice and I get a new name. That is definitely the official day of initiation. But the primary basis of being initiated means following the instruction, right? So if I have started following the instruction just by reading the books of Srila Prabhupada, in some ways I am already little bit initiated, may not be fully initiated, but little bit initiated. So from that day I am connected to the parampara. But a greater connection means then you go for the official initiation. To give an example, in India, when there was a culture of arranged marriage more prominent, so what would happen? That the girl's parents would meet the boy's parents and they would decide, okay, this girl is a suitable match for this boy, and in future they should get married. The day that decision has been made by the parents, the relationship of marriage has started. Isn't it? The relationship has started. Now soon after they'll have a ring ceremony, and then one day they'll get married. So all these things are part of the building up of the relationship. Similarly, the initiation is not a one-day event. Initiation is a lifelong process. This we have to understand. Initiation is not just a one-day ceremony. It's a lifelong process. If similarly, marriage is also not a one-day event. It's a lifelong process. It's a relationship. So initiation is like that. It begins from that day when you start developing little faith in the parampara, little faith in the process. You start following. And then one day you want to become fully committed to that relationship. And that day becomes then the official day of initiation, isn't it? So that connection is performed, connection is performed by the spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master. Yes, Parul Mataji, got something to say?
Prabhu, sir, I have a question. So you said the initiation doesn't have to be the official ceremony.
No, I didn't say so. I said that initiation begins right from day one, and then the official ceremony makes it official. It becomes like it's like accepting it publicly. Yes, I'm in it. I'm committed to it.
So when we read this line, without initiation by a bona fide spiritual master, the actual connection with Krishna consciousness is never performed. So here in this particular line, the initiation means the official ceremony, or
no, it means initiation as a process.
Okay. So
because there are many cases of devotees who did not get initiated, officially, and still they became, advanced in Krishna consciousness, right? If you know the history of the process of initiation, then you would know better that this ceremony of initiation and then having two parts to that ceremony, this is a recent invention by our acharyas. This is not which is going on traditionally. Like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he never gave a fire sacrifice initiation to anyone. Right? He met a devotee and just told that devotee, okay, this is your name. Chant Hare Krishna. Or sometimes not even change the name. Right? So the official process, it has been brought into the institute for some reasons. So we should not, that's why take it in this sense, that when it says without initiation, then it refers to that ceremony only. What it means, that without being connected to a parampara, by following the teachings of the parampara, the connection is not performed. If let's say if we take the meaning of the ceremony, then what do you think? Someone is not following the instructions and sits for the initiation. Is that person initiated? No, isn't it? The ceremony is just an external expression of the thing, right? Correct? It's just an external expression of it. So we don't deny the importance of ceremony. No, it's also very, very important. Just like a girl and boy cannot just go on living, having a live-in relationship. No, they should also get married officially. Similarly, a person cannot say, I am connected to parampara because I am following the instruction. I did not officially take a initiation. No, that is also completely wrong, because it's a part of the process of initiation to also take the official initiation, to go through that ceremony. So it's a part of it. So you also go through that, right? But initiation is a process. It begins from the day I have started developing faith in the instructions and following it, and then I grow in that process of initiation. So even after I've sat for initiation, I'm still every day taking initiation by becoming a better and better devotee. All right, Mataji. Yeah? Okay.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Now, regarding Shiksha, Guru's Bhaktivinoda Thakur says something very interesting. He says, Shiksha Guru Vrinda Kripa Koriya Apar Sadhake Sikhana Sadhaner Angasar. He's written this in Kalyana Kalpataru. And he says, but I consider the numerous instructing spiritual masters, Shiksha Gurus, to be very important. For they show unlimitedly more mercy by training the neophyte devotees in all the essential aspects of practical devotional service. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying something very important, that you value all those personalities who have contributed to your spiritual life. And not just value only one person, Like, to give an example, many times the initial grooming of a devotee in the movement is done by just normal devotees who may not be gurus, who may not be temple presidents, who may not be, big time preachers, but they teach us how to put on tilak, how to wear dhoti kurta, how to offer obeisances, right? How to offer bhoga to the Supreme Lord. They teach us. In fact, they only correct us when we do some very wrong mistakes. And honestly speaking, they are the people who tolerate us. Because when someone is new, then that person is totally, uncivilized, uncultured, doesn't know the ways and means of Vaishnava behavior. And who tolerates the initial things? Those who are with us in the initial days. After that, when we have gone through some grooming and polishing, then we are presented to the spiritual master, who is Diksha Guru. By that time, that devotee is already a bit cultured, okay, knows how to offer pranams, how to behave with whom. So the price of, going through the pain of cultivating the devotee is done by many other devotees who help us in the beginning phase of our spiritual life. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, I consider them very, very important. I consider them very, very important. And that's why I've heard some devotees say, we should always remain grateful to all of them who have helped us in our spiritual life, and not just, sometimes become the worshipper of only one personality, that now, since I'm initiated, now I will have respect only and only for my Diksha Guru, and others, I don't care about them. No, that kind of attitude is not healthy for spiritual growth, right? So having this respectful attitude towards Shiksha Gurus is very, very important, because we learn a lot from them. Now, ISKCON, to look at ISKCON, actually, the Acharyas explain, ISKCON, the devotees explain, ISKCON is a parampara where we emphasize more on Shiksha, or the entire Gaudiya Vaishnava parampara is basically Shiksha-based parampara. Diksha is a part of Shiksha. So you can see in the parampara, so many times you'll find that a devotee is related to another devotee, a pure devotee, not through Diksha but Shiksha. To give an example, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj was not a direct disciple of Baldev Vidyabhushan. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was not a direct disciple of Jagannath Das Babaji. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji was not a direct disciple of Bhaktivinoda. They were related to each other through Siksha, not Diksha. And there are many such examples in Gaudiya Vaishnavism that the relationship was based on the following the instructions. So, and you will also see, like in this diagram, that sometimes it was also seen that a particular devotee in a particular generation has taken bona fide initiation from someone else in the previous generation, but in the heart is more intimately connected to someone else in the previous generation in the parampara. So from this diagram, you see, it's not always a linear relationship. It's sometimes a zigzag relationship, even going beyond the levels of hierarchy. Like to give you an example which is easy to understand. You have a father and you respect your father, but then in your heart, you feel more connected to your uncle. There's nothing wrong about it, because that doesn't make you offend your father or disrespect your father. No, you definitely respect your father. But at the same time, somehow or other, you find yourself connecting more with your uncle. So that's okay. That's how the relationship works in, joint families. If you have come from that background, you would know many times that would happen, right? So sometimes it would also happen that you have your real brothers and sisters, and they are not as good as your friends, as your cousin brothers and sisters. That will also happen, isn't it? Not that you're inimical towards them, it's just that you bond more well with the other, cousin brothers and sisters. So this concept is thus understood that Siksha Guru can be in any way connected to us. So that's why if you now understand this picture, Srila Prabhupada is a Siksha Guru. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is also a Siksha Guru. Bhakti Siddhanta is also Siksha Guru. If I'm reading, let's say, Bhagavad Gita as it is, Prabhupada has taken so many statements there from Baldev Vidyabhushan. So then Baldev Vidyabhushan also becomes our Siksha Guru. He has taken so much from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, so he also becomes a Siksha Guru. He has taken so much from Ramanujacharya, so he also becomes a Siksha Guru. Right? And in that way, we are connected to them. We are connected to them. In that way, we are connected to all the 6 Goswamis. They are all our Siksha Gurus. Because we are taking their Siksha, their instruction indirectly. So this whole concept is to be very nicely understood, because this will open up many gateways for getting spiritual help in our spiritual life. When we don't understand this, we always want the help to come from one door only or one window only. And when it doesn't come through that door or window, then we become hopeless and helpless, But we forget, okay, if it's not coming out through that door or window, it may be coming throughout the other door and window. And I should be also open towards receiving that from that door and window. Right? So to explain it in a more practical sense, let's say someone has taken initiation from a spiritual master who has 25,000 disciples. Now, after taking initiation, one may not be able to always meet the spiritual master and ask personal questions, isn't it? Now, in that situation, if that devotee thinks, now only if I get help from my spiritual master, who is my Diksha Guru, then only I'll take that help seriously as a help coming from Krishna. Otherwise, any other help I'm going to get, I'll not take that seriously. Then there'll be a lot of problems in the life of such a devotee. But if the devotee understands the concept of Diksha Guru and Siksha Guru well, then the devotee would know that apart from my Diksha Guru, there can be also some other Vaishnavas who can help me, and I should be open towards that. And in that way, make progress in Krishna consciousness. So this is very helpful concept, actually, very, very healthy concept, very much needed in life. to understand, because this is a very practical thing. Let's give you an example. Someone takes initiation from a personality, a guru, and then after 2 months, that Diksha guru passes away. And this person is still a baby in spiritual life. So now what? How to get the guidance? From where to get the guidance? If there won't be any Siksha gurus available, then how to take guidance? So Krishna, why did he make this arrangement of Siksha gurus? Because he knows that you would need support from many different places, right? You will need support. So that's why this concept is there, that take help from wherever it is coming, if it is coming in the right way. So we see this, that initially there were Pancha Tattva, the 5 personalities who carried devotional Shakti, Bhakti Shakti, the Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Narad Muni, Srivas Pandit. And then after them came the 6 Goswamis. We can see them sitting here. And then 6 Goswamis had their followers. And then that's how the parampara expanded and expanded. So many branches and sub-branches came out, right? And ISKCON is just one branch of that entire tree of Lord Chaitanya. So they're all interconnected. It's same family, part of the same family, Does that, because I am connected to one particular branch, I call that as parent branch. That doesn't mean that I'm not connected to the other branch, also connected indirectly, isn't it? Connected to the other branch also. So let's read further. Someone please volunteer.
Guru is one. The Guru is one because he comes in disciplic succession. What Vyasdeva and Krishna taught 5,000 years ago is also being taught now. There is no difference between the two instructions. Although hundreds and thousands of acharyas have come and gone, the message is one. The real Guru cannot be two. For the real Guru do not speak differently from his predecessor.
Yes.
Sign of self-realization. 2A. Choosing a spiritual master and what is a Guru.
So the real Guru cannot be two, which again doesn't mean that, okay, there is only one Guru, one person. No, there can be multiple personalities. But what he's trying to say is that the purpose cannot be two, the goal cannot be two, it's one goal. This doesn't mean, let's say you meet your Diksha Guru and you ask the question, Maharaj, what seva I am supposed to do? And then Maharaj says, you do book distribution. And then you meet your Siksha Guru and you ask the question to your Siksha Guru, what service am I supposed to do? And the Siksha Guru says, you go in the kitchen and cook bhoga for the deities, right? And then I get confused. But my Diksha Guru told me to distribute books. And my Siksha Guru is telling me to become a cook in the kitchen. Now there is a clash of opinion, or there is a conflict in the instruction. How can that be true? Because here Prabhupada says, Guru will give you the same instruction, but I'm getting 2 kinds of instructions. Sometimes you may get 5 different instructions. So no. So one may then get confused, but we should know that that instruction is an external thing. Main thing is what? Whether you do book distribution or whether you do cooking for Krishna in the kitchen. Ultimately, you have to do that as a seva. That is the instruction. Whether do book distribution or do cooking in the kitchen. So the instruction is the same. What is the instruction? Serve Krishna. However, just the variety is different. You serve as a book distributor, you serve as a cook, isn't it? And sometimes on external level, these differences will be there. But a devotee should be intelligent enough to catch the essence. The essence is, I am supposed to serve Krishna in a favorable mood. That's the essence, In that way, the instruction is the same. It's not a different instruction. It's the same instruction. Serve Krishna. So this is how it works. It's a parampara. Evam parampara praptam. The supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession. Right? Parampara, in parampara. Okay, so now we go to the next page, page number 14. And there's a box. why do we have to accept living Diksha Gurus? Okay. So please do this exercise. It's a personal exercise you write for yourself. We give you 2-3 minutes to write it, and then we will ask you to contribute. Why should one accept a living Diksha Guru, alive, in person? Write it for yourself. Please write. Okay, contribution time. So why do we have to accept a living guru? You just mention points to me. We can do a brainstorm here. We can write down all the points, jot down all the points. So in this way, we can make a big list of points. Yes, Prabhat Prabhu.
Probably point one is, if we have a physical guru, then he is there to check our eligibility, whether we are actually eligible to take initiation or not. So a personal check, like he
Okay,
could.
so basically we can make it a little more broad. Have a personal check on us. Because if there's
Yes.
a personal person, he can do that. Yes, right? Okay.
Second is, yeah, personal check on us and also guide us personally
Yeah,
wherever.
correct. Yes.
Yeah, that was covered. Yes.
One more point.
Yeah, actually, there were 2 points which I've written. So one was check my qualification, whether I'm actually qualified. Then he would personally give initiation, and otherwise, if I thought of taking initiation from Prabhupada by through his instruction, but still my check, like whether I'm eligible or not. So that would be done by official initiation, right? So
Then someone else can check you, no?
mm, yeah, but initiation they can't give, right? Initiation
Yeah, they won't be
physically,
able to give it, but they can. Someone else can check you also. Even during
right?
Prabhupada times, it's someone else who recommended devotees to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada accepted them as disciples. So,
Right.
so eligibility can be checked sometimes by other devotees as well. If someone is following and not following, a more important reason or valid reason would be that can always check on us whether we are learning, whether we are improving, whether we are practicing, whether we are
Right.
doing, isn't it? Correct. All right. Thank you. Yes, Parul Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So, living guru will give us the initiation, and thus we can establish the connection with Krishna. Without initiation, there won't be any connection
Why
with Krishna.
living? But then why cannot have initiation from someone who is not living?
Because he would lift the load of karma for us, and we can purify ourselves.
Okay, so because the non-living cannot lift up karma. Okay, fine. All right, that's your point. Yes, Ashwin
Prabhuji, sorry.
Mataji.
Can you please clarify the second point, like lift up?
I'll come to that later. Yes, Rashmi Mataji.
There is always a loving exchange between the living guru.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Good point.
The chastisement also, this
Loving
chastised
feelings.
guru chastisement is also helpful for the benefit.
Yes. Chastisement. Factor of chastisement is very important. Yes. The deity will not chastise you. And even if the deity chastises you, you may not always hear that chastisement. So, loving dealings and chastisement, very important, very healthy for a relationship. Yes, Guru Mai Prabhu, Kennedy Prabhu, sorry.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna Prabhuji, the 2 points, the three points I have, but the 2 points that are already repeated chastisement and the sinful reaction. The another point that I have is like since we cannot see Krishna in the beginning, but Krishna is so merciful that he has sent his representative as a guru, so that we can see in the form through the Diksha Guru as also. Yeah.
Okay, so can be seen, but then many a times can be seen, that is true, but then let's say you hardly get to meet someone who is your Diksha Guru. So and if there was an age where there were no photographs and no WhatsApp and Facebook, no live streaming, then maybe you saw the guru only once, isn't it? So that can be seen, or you can maybe paraphrase it in some other way. I mean, can you say you can observe him and learn from him, right? Because it's a very important factor to observe and learn. You learn many things by hearing, but you also learn so many things by observing, you know. So you can observe and learn. If there is no living guru, how will you observe? Like Srila Prabhupada disciples, they observe Srila Prabhupada. How is he talking? How is he eating? How is he chanting his japa? How is he worshipping the deities? They observed and learned, isn't it? So you can observe and learn, right? You can use your senses to observe and learn, right? Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for improving. Yeah, thank you.
Chandana Mataji.
Yeah. Interaction with the guru and clarifying any doubt we have.
Very good
Each
clarification.
individual will have their own issues or doubts.
Clarification of doubts. So Can the deities not talk to us? Or can Srila Prabhupada Murti not talk to us? They can or not?
They can talk to us, Prabhuji, but we will need a level of qualification to reach that level. We haven't reached that.
Okay, very good point. So yes, they can talk to us, but the problem is that we may not always hear, right? They will talk to us.
Need to raise our level.
Yes, we are not on the level of communicating directly to the deities or to Srila Prabhupada's Murti, right? Right? So that's why we need someone whom we can communicate to. Very good. What else? Yes, Hema Mataji, is there another point?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Personal, physical communication with spiritual master is important, so that let's say if we have any spiritual obstacles that we are facing, we need to have someone to facilitate us with. Say if we are looking at if we could not share these problems with other devotees or any other Siksha Gurus, then I think Diksha Gurus are the one that we should look up to.
Yes. All right. Fine. Okay, so I got your point. Any other point, Rashmi Mataji?
Prabhuji, also we can offer service to him in person.
Very good point. Yes, you can render service, right? You can do so many services to a living guru. Very important. Yes, very important point. Service is an important factor. Tatviti pranipadena pariprashnaya sevaya padikshanti jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. And there are many other points. Like it is given in the Shastra scriptures that you should approach the current link, not the past link, the current link. Approach the current link. It's given in the scriptures, right? And it is also condemned in the scriptures to jump to the previous guru and say, I am a disciple of the previous guru. It's considered wrong. It is considered a breach of etiquette. Because just try to think about it. Now, let's say we are giving an example to make it more easy to understand. There is someone who meets Srila Prabhupada in the year 1968 or 69. And that person has taken initiation from Prabhupada. Now, after 40 years, in 2008, a young boy who has just now come out of the womb of his mother, let's say who is of the age 16, 18, he also takes initiation from Prabhupada. Now, does it mean this person is also equally as good as Prabhupada disciple as someone who took initiation in 68? Come on, cannot be. Even if that person claims himself to be a Prabhupada disciple, he cannot be a Prabhupada disciple like the one who did take initiation in 68, right? Still, the person who took initiation in 68 remains much, much, much more senior in all the ways, right? So if this system is propagated, let all be disciple of Prabhupada, where will be the proper culture of respect? On what basis? Then you mean to say that person is same, equal God brother, equal treatment, equal respect? No, cannot be. So that society or that system is not at all a very, very, I would say, organic, or you'll say natural. It's an artificial concoction. It's a very artificial setup that you think yourself to be on the same platform as someone who has been such an old devotee. But naturally, when you are on a lower level at the hierarchy, you become humble that these are senior, these are above me, I should give them respect, I should follow them, they know better than me, and otherwise you will start treating them as equals. That's going to be very, very dangerous for one's spiritual life. Only out of false ego one would want to be on the same platform as those senior devotees who are there for such a long period, and think I'm also Prabhupada disciple, right? In fact, one would feel ashamed to speak like that. So this is very unhealthy idea. Even if you look at it from a community point of view, this is a very, very unhealthy concept that you take initiation from a guru who has existed in the past in the living condition. It's very, very unhealthy, very, very unhealthy. So then there are many other points. Then there are points just like you cannot make progress just by reading the books. And you mentioned a living guru can correct us, reform us. We have to develop the attitude of servant of the servant. So finally, I'll just show this slide and we'll conclude. It's written here, devotee of my devotee. Krishna says that, first of all, you become devotee of my devotee. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Gopi Bharatuhu Padakamalayo Dasa Dasa Dasanu Dasaha. I am the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. Lecture Bhagavad Gita 2.2, London, August 3, 1973. So in the Ritvic system, you don't find this attitude. In this system, its attitude is, I want to be directly connected to Prabhupada. I don't want to become the servant of Srila Prabhupada. I want to be directly a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. But our whole understanding is that Prabhupada is a genuine servant of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And Prabhupada has many genuine servants. And we would like to become the servant of those genuine servants, or the servant of those genuine servants. That's humility. But someone says, no, I want to become a direct disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Where is the service attitude? No service attitude. It's more of, I want to become great. I want to become special. I want to be directly associated with Prabhupada, right? So any questions? This topic, you can read more. And then if you have more questions on this, we can take in the next class. So what I will say is that before we meet again for the next class, read up to page number 19 of your handbook, and when you come for the next class, if you have questions from these pages, you can ask. Please read it. It's very helpful, very healthy, and you will understand many things about the topic we discussed. Any questions? We can take a few questions.
So we don't have any other disciple of Srila Prabhupada, so any successor of him. So
I did
only
not understand, Mataji. You said
so,
what?
So Srila Prabhupada is the last come in the disciplic success. So no one else has been made the so basically when we see the disciplic succession chain, we have Srila Prabhupada and there's no one following him. So we see him as the founding Acharya of ISKCON.
No, like what do you mean by saying that no one is following him?
In the sense like nobody has taken the position after him.
No, it's not like nobody has taken the position after him. We'll study it later. It is designed in that way by Srila Prabhupada himself that no one person can take the position after him. It's not that no one has done it. It was designed by Srila Prabhupada like that, and that he did because Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur wanted it like that. So when Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur made Gaudiya Math, he was the founder Acharya of Gaudiya Math. And he wanted all of his disciples who are qualified to cooperate together and continue the mission of Gaudiya Math. So he did not want one Acharya to succeed him. He wanted many gurus, bona fide gurus, work in cooperation and expand Gaudiya Math. But that didn't happen. So then Srila Prabhupada, as an Acharya, he started a new institute, ISKCON. And then following the instruction of Bhaktisiddhanta, he instructed ISKCON devotees that you all cooperate with each other and you expand ISKCON. So that's why this is not that because no one is qualified. No, the thing is that Prabhupada did not want it that way. Prabhupada wanted all to be together because he thought if they all get separated, then this won't be one institute then. This would not be one organization then, right? And this was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire that Krishna consciousness spread throughout the world through unified efforts. So it was a strategy, not that because there are no pure personalities, that's why this should not happen. No. It's a strategy. It's a strategy, Like I'll give you an example. I don't know if you have seen cricket game or a football game. If you have seen a cricket game or football game, how many people play in that from a team? 11, right? Now, out of this 11, only there is one who is chosen as the captain. It doesn't mean that the others cannot become a captain. Sometimes a team is so strong that all 11 can become a captain. However, just for the purpose of, coming to a unified conclusion or decision, one person is given the role of a captain, and that person will stay captain for a few matches, and then after that, someone else is made the captain, isn't it? So that's called strategy. That doesn't mean that there are no qualified people, that's why only one person is captain. Likewise, Srila Prabhupada has made this organization where many people are qualified to lead the organization. But instead of just giving that position to one, because it's a humongous task, it's been shared. It's put on the shoulders of many, That doesn't mean that they are not qualified. So it's not like that there's no one to succeed Prabhupada. If Srila Prabhupada is pure, he will have disciples also who are pure. If he doesn't have disciples who are pure, then there's a question on his purity, isn't it? Like if someone tells me that, okay, there was no one who was pure follower of Srila Prabhupada, then a very simple question comes in my mind. Those who got personally trained by him, if they could not become pure, then what is the chance of you and me to become pure then only it's a point of ego that I am so special that though I have not met Prabhupada, I'll become a pure devotee. And those who met Prabhupada, they will not become a pure devotee. And because I am very special, I am born to be a pure devotee, I'll become a pure devotee. That is only false ego. That means then you have a very high, imagination of yourself that you are someone very special and someone very great, isn't it? Yes, you can become a pure devotee just by reading the books, and someone who was personally trained by Prabhupada pulled that person's ear, chastised that person, invested so much time, trusted that person so much, that person cannot become pure. Come on, this is not sensible, doesn't make any sense, isn't it? Correct? So even from logical point of view, if you think, it doesn't make sense. And Shastra, main thing is scripture. Scripture doesn't support that. Scripture doesn't support that point. Okay, so please read more about it and we'll meet next time, we'll discuss. Any other question?
Sorry, one more question.
Yes, Mataji.
So there are two more initiation, like there's just one, so there are 3 types of initiations, right?
3 types. Which way, can you tell?
So like when we get Diksha, then there's Brahman initiation, then we have Sannyas initiation.
Yeah. So then you see, sannyas initiation is not for everyone. So there are basically 2 initiations. Sannyas is not for everyone. So there are 2 initiations. And these 2 initiations are also basically one only. They were divided into 2 parts. Divided in 2 parts by Bhakti Siddhanta. But when Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes about it, he writes it as one only. Now, why did Bhakti Siddhanta divide into 2 parts? Again, that was a strategy. What was the strategy? That in Kali Yuga, this is a fault or flaw of people of Kali Yuga. As Kali Yuga is progressing, you'll find it, that people have started taking things very cheaply. They don't value anything. They don't value relationship. They don't value commitment. They don't value vow. They take everything as a play, as a fun thing. So that's why they need more time to become serious. They need time to realize what they are into. That's why Bhaktisiddhanta, he divided the whole thing into two parts. That first, you take Harinam initiation, and then you become committed to the process. You become serious. And when you have actually started following everything very strictly, now you are qualified, then you go for the second initiation, which means the complete package, right? Instead of right away giving the total thing and then that person not really being careful about following the instructions seriously, because chanting Gayatri mantras is not a joke. Harinam is very merciful. If one does offense to Harinam, then Harinam still forgives. And if one is not careful about Harinam chanting, then it's fine. But Gayatri, no, 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 no. You have to be really very pure, living a very pure life. Have to not miss the Gayatri mantras. Need to be very clean inside and outside. So, it demands a lot from the practitioner. So it cannot be given to anyone just on day one, take Gayatri and start doing, right? That's why he divided into two parts. And Prabhupada then took it like that. Okay. But all those come as one initiation. It's called Pancha Sanskar, 5 things. But Prabhupada, out of what he does is that in ISKCON, what is the system? Out of that 5, you receive 3, I think 3 or 4, something like that, in the first initiation. And then you receive 1 or 2 in the second initiation. Okay. All right. Yes. Anything else?
One thing I wanted to ask, Prabhuji, as you said, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj only wanted that Srila Prabhupada should preach in the similar fashion. So, why just this question? Why Prabhupada ji, did Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj wanted to have a separate entity from God?
Now you see, this is not a static thing. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur decided to, yes, those who want to leave can leave. We are over time. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur decided to have an international organization, right? And he formed an organization. Now, if things did not work the way he desired, so then it's not that they are so attached to the institute or so attached to the name. They are attached to the purpose.
Okay.
So if that purpose is not getting solved, then what's the point in having that institute? So then a new institute was started by Srila Prabhupada to do exactly what Bhaktisiddhanta wanted.
Got it.
Right?
Only if the purpose is not solved, then it will be.
Of course, like to give you an example, I give you a kitchen. We will mark the attendance, don't worry. So if I give you a kitchen to cook food, but the gas is not functional, and you come to know there's another kitchen where the gas is functional, what will you do?
Go to another kitchen and
go to another kitchen, right? You'll not say, no, this kitchen only and here only the gas should function. No, the main purpose is you cook. So our acharyas are not attached to the institute. They are attached to the purpose, the goal. What's the goal? The goal is Lord Chaitanya's teachings should be spread far and wide. If that is not happening, what's the purpose of the institute? It's only bricks and cement.
Got it.
So we should know this point, that institute is only a vehicle. If the vehicle has collapsed or broken down, you take another vehicle,
right,
and complete the journey. So Prabhupada made new vehicle called ISKCON. And let's say, of course, this will not happen, this should not happen, but God forbid, if it happens that ISKCON collapses, then some other institute will be formed by some pure devotee to again revive the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That will happen. Of course, it will not happen. I'm not saying that it will happen. And just to make the point, right? That it's not the institute. It's mainly the purpose.
Got it. Thank you, bro.
Thank you. All right, we'll stop here. Thank you so much. See you in the next class, which is on Monday. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Tomorrow is Prabhupada Disappearance Day. So we all will be celebrating by hearing about Srila Prabhupada and committing ourselves more to the mission of Srila Prabhupada.